Hello viewers, it's the me and team. Welcome to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3. And we are still in the Black Sheep campaign of Shadow of Death, but we are getting ready to make our attack. And yeah, I could probably bring these guys along. We'll take a little extra micro. And I don't really feel like it. But if I lose, maybe I'll come back and do it. No, I'm pretty sure I won't be losing to Edric at this point, as I'll have pretty even troop numbers to him, but a statistical advantage, and that really gets magnified when you're talking about large numbers in the armies. So we are just going to get started on these respective locations. And I should have more numbers than him in everything but his griffins, where he'll be a little bit ahead of me, I think. I think that's how this is going down. But we'll have to see. So, alright. 2 head grooms here. And off. Yeah. 500 halberdiers, 100 crusaders, and he has not had the opportunity to recruit any additional castle troops this entire time, instead having to rely on the relatively lackluster forces available from the other from the other sites. So we should have no trouble at all with this guy. Of course, we are going to be harassed by Soraa the douchebag yet again. So what I'm probably going to do is pursue our douchey Soraa friend and come back the way I initially invaded, and that should work, instead of my initial plan of attacking straight the way the AI attacked my initial town sites, and that was an accident, so let's move him back. And yeah, I got 102 of those, so I'm way ahead now on most of the troop types. Where's Edric? Or maybe I should just chase him through. I don't think I can hold off an attack from Soraa if I were to do that, though. But I think it's time for a little bit of actual offense. I think we have dallied in this map long enough. The other option I have, and this one is an interesting one, is to recall my barbarian troops from down here and use them on the defense. So let's do that. Let's do that. We get stables boosting gird, and I should be able to create a relatively fast chain here. Yeah, I can chain to Cuthbert, who can then chain to Tarek, who might even be able to make it back in. Alright. So yes, now we can execute our initial plan. Love it when a plan comes together. Attack me now, Edric. Do it. You know you wanna. He might, but he probably will not. No, he's going to play defense in town. But, well, he might have built an escape tunnel there by now. But okay. Let's do a mass transfer here. And this stuff should be good enough to hold off Soraa. At least that's my hope. Now Cuthbert can wing it over to Tarek. You can cover the last leg. These troops are a mess, but he has tactics, so I don't really care. I can sort that out when I get there. And now we have legitimate defenses against Soraa. I'll even do that for the last little scrap of defense. Okay. Ready for revenge. And I guess gird can take over Cuthbert's role of additional troops massing. Can pull Fafnir out, but let's attack first. Put an end to this shenanigans. And he won't be able to use all these troops, so I'm actually going to take out some things without fighting them should I win. $312 griffins against 275 griffins. That is much more tolerable than when the rocks were one of the strongest things I had in my stack. And yeah, as I said, well, he doesn't have any champions any longer, having given those to Soraa. He has 2 ancient behemoths, but otherwise this force, oh, and 174 chieftains. But aside from those 2 items, this force is largely the same as it was the last time I fought it. And I'm just going to go ahead and wait here. Take out his archers too. We'll copy those tactics. Do I have a large range here? Bless isn't as strong, but you know what? I think I'll just hang on to my spells, see what he chooses in terms of spells to do. See, this is why. You're gonna have to come out of there. You're not gonna win an archery battle. Not even with the arrow garrisons. Not with these kinds of fort numbers. There we go. These guys have moved already. The griffins can probably reach my crusaders. My crusaders can do incredible amounts of damage to these guys, so oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I have 2 good flyers now, not just 1. 135 royal griffins taken out in the blink of an eye. And I think what I'll actually use these guys for is tying up their shooters. And that's interesting placement. That's actually intelligent. Do not like your intelligence there, guy. Your intelligence is angering. But okay. And now he slows my griffins. A rather poor move, considering I can just haste them. And kill a bunch more of these. Yeah, let's prevent the Crusaders from doing as much damage as they could by attacking them with my own griffins. I'll deal with his griffins and shooters or something else, but the Crusader DPS is actually a big threat, so I'll take care of it. And since these guys can't attack anything else, I might as well clear the griffins off of me. And yeah, things are getting serious now. What? And then we'll just play here again. Not a lot of damage in shooting over castle walls, I'm afraid. And I am taking heavy losses here. But I am inflicting much heavier losses. So, I can accept them. And let's just tag the zealots so they can't shoot any longer. Yeah, that's not really going to do much any longer, I'm afraid. Is that how it is? It's going to get yet another rock kill this way. Yeah, great. And this is probably the last round of arrows, or can I? No, there's no way I can do enough damage. So he's cut down quite a few of my forces, but my Crusader and Griffin stacks are still incredibly powerful. And he like halved my archers and halved my halberdiers, but I still have more than enough to crushify remaining enemy forces. And yeah, here we go. Not sure how much of this is actually going to be useful to me, but certainly can take a look at that. Alright, well I put some of it on, so I'm immune to destroy undead. Sure, why not? And we'll quickly duck in here. Maybe he should have invested in that escape tunnel, but he did not. He could not even afford all of his troops. Alrighty. So, okay. Mr. Hack here is going to be on cleanup duty now for a while. And then I'll circle around, pick up all the spells, and we'll be in good shape. As long as I can defend against Soraa. Or you know what? No, sure, Moloch has a decent force also. I do have to be careful with him then. Alright, Gerd, you duck in here. I think taking out their heroes is the more important thing to do now. Although Cuthbert, not too useful. Oh, I had more... Well, these guys are gonna sit tight. I don't think I can get over there in time any longer. Besides, I might want something if Sorcerer tries to do a run by. And yeah, Tarek has a spellbook already, as well as some decent spells available to him. And we do have a battle coming up here. One that I am, well, I would say disadvantaged in, but, you know, I don't know that that's true, actually. Well, yeah, he does have the Cyclops Kings, and apparently some good ballistics, since he just wiped out my opening right away. Oh, you idiot. Counter! See, these forces are actually going to get some use again. I'm sure. I'll bloodlust them. Having no rocks in this stack too, or Thunderbirds of my own. Yeah, I can still bottleneck and get some damage here. Oh. Of course. Why not just give him more freebies? Source is such a douche. He doesn't have great stats though. And we get to do a little bit of damage here since your blind is not very effective. I'm actually going to wait here until they blow all their moves. And use up retaliations. Wow, Goblin survived. You wait also. Well, actually, I can get a much better attack off if I kill these. Doing full damage to the Wolf Raiders. And yeah, now my garrisons aren't so hot anyway. And wow, the AI is just choking when it comes to going through the front door there. And once again, well, now Sorceress used up all his spell points, and I can just cast Cure again. It's like nothing happened. And this is definitely going to be a kill shot on Sorsha. Sorsha's not winning this fight. Sorsha's not even going to come close to winning this fight. Ran away? Oh my gosh, that's not a good move. Get like Tarek up to high levels. Not really, but... Like, what makes you think you're going to get another chance to roam the world, Sorsha? 4 ancient behemoths. Yeah, this is my penalty that I took for getting these knight troops. Not very bad. Not very bad at all. Apparently he has a speed boosting artifact. But I have stats. Yeah, get away. Oh, well, now I'm going to tear through their tissue paper, too. Since their tissue paper is lame. How many ogres? 32. Yeah, I have more ogres than that. And this is just silly. And, of course, the griffins are faster and just completely obliterate things. Of course. And so we take out Sir Mullick. We got a fairly useless artifact. But also, control of this area again, as I've taken out all their localized heroes. So now I'm going to grab their mines. after picking up something from the tavern. Adelaide or Vey? We'll go with Adelaide. I mean, the reason should be obvious enough. Well, just think of the answer on your own. Oh, well, it's too late now. I'm not going to save any time by going back whence I came. I've been in this sword, second sword, and I'm pretty sure this had maxed out Mage Guild. No, but I don't think there's any level 3 spells I particularly care about that I do not have. So I'm just going to run back down here. And then we'll continue on to mount our final offensive, which, if I recall correctly, is not nearly as difficult as just surviving was. Alrighty. It's going to take you a while to flag all the mines, but you can get it done. And sure, why not? Although I really don't need the mines any longer, as I have gobs of gold and resources. But, whatever. Can actually make it here next turn, surprisingly. Just dump Gerd in. Haha! Pointless construction is pointless! I make the Brotherhood of the Sword. Your first, second, and third swords are now my Brotherhood. Suck maxed towns. I almost don't want to build that on principle, but I'll build it. Because I can. Spam! Tarek makes it back in. Excellent. So many things to flag. Creature dwellings also. Well, okay. Yeah, I've been there already. And since he's here anyway, I can just grab all this stuff. Probably didn't need Fire Shield, but whatever. Yeah, this is rather a brute force solution to this map. If you can get powerful magic or like a slightly better hero setup, that would be the ideal. Because then you don't need to do basically what I had to do to beat General Kendall. And yeah, I just need to get down to that monolith 2-way. So we'll have Tarek recruit some stuff. But most maps do have a brute force solution if you can capture the right towns quickly enough. You can just win on numbers. Certainly that was the case in the map I'm referencing, the final level of the Dungeons and Devils, which is much easier compared to any of the Shadow of Death missions for the most part, or at least the vast majority of them. What were you doing? Oh, you can start flagging stuff too, as I have another hero. Ha! Ha! It's all turning blue again. What are you gonna do, Red? Now, Red isn't eliminated, which means he still has a city somewhere, but we kind of know where that is, and that is down in this direction, which I am now heading. And as I recall, they do have a roving hero there, so you can't be totally negligent on things. You get 5 guys recruited here. But if you were able to wipe out a stack like I wiped out, you should be alright. Again, they just don't have the means, once you capture their towns, to mass up. So it turns into a numbers game where the human has the advantage, and that's just going to be a win if you can survive long enough. And indeed, I survived long enough. I now have more griffins than he ever had, more crusaders than he ever had, and more monks than he ever had. But once again, I put the wrong troop type over first. No biggie. And yeah, Crag Hack is just stacked to the brim with nonsense. And I'm not even going to bother with creature dwellings any longer, as I don't really need them to win. I was only doing that because I needed to get enough numbers as quickly as possible to survive the onslaught from Edric. Once that's taken care of, I was set. So we're going to grab a lumber mill, Sawmill. You're making saws or something. Yeah, kind of a predictable end-up spot. Landing zone, teleport, destination, whatever you want to say. And I never found the last artifact. Sorsha probably had it for the dragon thing, or maybe there's multiples. I don't know. I could have looked it up, but I don't think it matters. I don't remember where I'm supposed to be going either. Skeleton, you find nothing. Ha ha ha. Alright. So, you just go back. I probably won't even bother recruiting more troops unless I see something that will actually require me to fight with a lot of challenge. So, I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Ooh, a hill fort. But all my troops that I have on hand are actually upgraded already. So that's not a big deal. Don't need Leprechaun any longer. I should probably check out what's up here. Nothing. Nothing I care about. If only I had scouting. I kid the viewers. So this is just more stuff for the AI, basically, to afford their troops. More advantages that they don't need, really, but they have. Because seriously, just the towns were enough for them to recruit all their troops, as we saw, because I was able to recruit all the troops with just the towns. But alright, let's go grab the nomad tent, unless it's defended, in which case I'll just say screw it, and leave red with that. I have to be much more thorough in this campaign than I was in others. And finally, I'm going to get all the stuff that was taken from me. Oh no! Lizardmen rise out of the swamp and attack! Herp derp fake difficulty. But in this case, not too threatening. I am faster with these guys. Almost faster with these guys. If only I had mass haste, though. It's like the Bane, I'll tell you. Well, we have single haste. I'm just gonna play for morale here. Yeah. Crazy, I know. Upon pain of death. Yeah, well, you kind of are undead, so I suppose that would be appropriate. Ha! What now? And alright. It's the week of the Magog. Week of the Magog is hopefully the week of victory. And yes, we have Marzeth, who is virtually nothing. I'm going to run by him and see if there's any stat ups. Graveyard. Okay, so he hasn't even claimed this. Wait a minute, how is he surviving? I guess because he scripted to have to. Well, here's the rather anticlimactic finish then. Ooh, 70 Crusaders. And 70 of these Dread Knights, and they're fast. But I just have such ridiculous numbers that it's fine. Which seems always to be the case when you've beaten something earlier. Wow, even getting luck hits here. Oh no! Ah! Crud. These things are rather serious. But with 300 Griffins stack, and that's just as strong in my hands as it was in theirs. And we pretty much got this. Marzeth is cut down. Oh, he had the shackles of war. If only I could hang on to that. And I think once again, we're just gonna have to wait. Hooray for possibly learning Lightning Bolt if I didn't have it already. Congratulations! You found the Black Shard of the Dead Knight and can claim victory. Back to LP Shadow of Death. And we will take on the next mission, the next scenario in the next video, A Cage in the Hand. Until then, thumbs up if you like this video. The Me and Team signing off.